Hi, folks. Dave back here. I'm going to finish up my series between the Kings and the Flames here tonight. I'll wrap up what's going on. This is just a three-game series, and it's something I've enjoyed here. What it was is this is 75-76, and I remember as a kid, as a wee kid, the Kings won the series, and they went on to play Boston, and the game, that series went 7 games, but I remember one of the games was played on my birthday, and they let me stay up, and I think I watched the whole thing on my birthday as a kid, because they only would let me play or watch one period as a kid, and I was pretty bummed about that. I missed all the Bobby Orr games because I had to go to bed. They just loved putting me to bed to get me out of their hair is what they did. But anyway, this is the new 75-76 set that I got here for Highlight Hockey, 49 Highlight Hockey, and I've been enjoying this. I at first I played it and I didn't like it. Now I play it and I do like it. So I'm playing it again here tonight, and I might do more than one game. These go really fast, by the way. Well, when you're not talking like me. All right, so here's what happened. So what I did is I went into I did a video on this actually. I went into Excel and I reworked this to get the players who played into the playoff series on the sheet here. It's not 100% exact, but it's pretty close. If you didn't play in this series and you're not on this card, that's kind of how I did this, and it was pretty cool to be able to do that. And I printed out a few other teams the same way, so I could actually go in and do as played for every single game with every single team, which would be insane. But you know me, I might do something like that. So here's what happened in the series. So in LA in game 1, it was 3-0 Kings, as you can see. In this, and then a late goal by Graves made it 3-1. And then in the third, it was 3-2. Lysiak tied it with the empty net, making it 3-3. I mean, they pulled the goalie and tied it. And then I still had one card left. So after I tied it with the goalie pulled, I rolled the dice, and it said to flip the last card instead of going into overtime. And actually, Atlanta scored again before the final buzzer. Gibbs scored. And Gibbs is actually a defenseman here on the second line. He scored. That's how crazy the roll was. So Atlanta with an incredible 4-3 comeback. Then we go to Atlanta for game 2, a chance to wrap it up because it is just a best of 3 series. And Atlanta goes up, and then LA ties it. Then Atlanta goes up 3-1, and then it's 3-2. Then it's 3-3. Dion ties it. Power play by Graves makes it 4-3. And then another goal with the goalie pulled. Butch Goring ties it on the last flip of the game at 4-4, and then Goring in overtime. So the Kings win 5-4. So we had a 4-3 Atlanta win on the road and a 5-4 Kings win on the road, and that's where we stand right now. So we're in Game 3, the deciding Game 3, back in L.A. to see if a home team can win a game in this series is where we are. So I'm going to set this up. I'm going to show you how I set up the Highlight Hockey. And again, if you look at my dice over here. Let me get this out of the way. I don't think I need that right now. My dice right here, the black die is the 20-sided die. The white die is the 12, and the red is the 6-sided die if I need it for a decider or something like that. So what I first need to do is let's start with the goalies here. We're going to continue with the same goalies. So we have Dan Bouchard, and we have Rogie Vachon. So I'm going to start over here with Bouchard, and he's a 9, so he's going to be good. So he's going to be a 6. So you have to use the rebound here, and I'm going to try to play it as it's designed to, even though I want to bump it up, but I've been getting better results, so I'm happy with it now. So we have a 6 over here, as he's good, and then over here, oh, he's good too. Ooh, Bailey, a 1-2, and he was shaky. You don't want a shaky goalie. That's for sure. So we have a 6 and a 5. So our goalies are somewhat even. Let's see what the teams are playing now. So the defensive is balanced. So we're going to roll that 12-sided die in a 3. So they're going to be playing clear. And now they're pass in. So 1-9, they're pass in. Yep, so they will stay pass in. There's my marker for the face-off, if you will. So let's check out the Kings now. They're playing balanced, so a 5. They will be playing clear. And a pass in on 1-9. And yes, so they'll be playing pass in. So that's how you set up the skills, if you will. Now we're going to roll for the track. So a 2. a 4. And this is just kind of miscellaneous stuff here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you don't have to be exact with this. It's just kind of giving you an idea where to put the pegs to mix it up a little bit. So we have 4, 5, 6. And then the bottom track, we have a 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then a 9. And so that's how you set up the track right there. Just like that. So I always start with line 1. That's just kind of what I do. And we'll kick things off here. Game 3, deciding game between the Kings and the Flames. And again, I put the logos on here. That was me, PDF, so they do not come like this, in case you're wondering. And, all right, so we'll see how many cards we play. So we have our card here that I have not cornered yet, by the way. So we're going to roll the dice, and we have a 6. And a 6 says, ooh, 5, 5, and 5. So it's going to be a very short game here because it's only going to be 15. That's the lowest you can. No, 14 is the lowest you can get. You can get a 5, 4, 5. All right, so I need 5 cards. And I just pull out 5. And I like to mix them up. And here we go. Okay. So let's see what goes on here. This game should play pretty quick if I remember how to play it, because every time I turn on the camera, I turn into a big dummy. Alrighty, so we have 2 charts here that we're using tonight. We have the possession face-off chart, and then we have our assist chart. And that's just kind of how I do things with the assists. Nice and easy. And what I need to do is I need to pull out the 1981-82 set so I can get back in that co-op group that they're doing there. So I'm gonna take a look at that. I'm gonna pick a couple of games. I'll probably play some APBA and some Hockey Bones and some quick decks here as well to get involved in that. And I'll probably do some of the highlight and then some of the full game as well. But I need to get rosters. I like to play kind of the as played. So I'm gonna see what's on the printed rosters compared to some of the games, and then maybe make some decisions from there. All right, so let's get our possession, and we'll start it out here. So I have a 12. High hitting gains possession. So we have 8s, and we have a 12 here. Ed Key is a 12. And, yeah, he's going to take that. We have an 11 over here, but 12. So Atlanta's going to start with possession of the puck. And let's flip the first card. All right, so we got a forward offensive check and then a D defensive check. So we're checking the right wing. Is he puck movement 10? And no, he's not. He's an 8. Now on the defense, is the left D hitting 8? Is Murdoch hitting 8? Yes, he is. Okay, so if only the defense passes the test, they gain control. Moving in the attack zone, FD choice 8. So it's going to be the left wing with a choice +8, and the goalie is +2. So what did we say? That was the left wing. So Mike Corrigan, so he's going to be 8 +8. So he's 16 shooting on 8. 16 shooting on 8. And, barely a save. Bouchard with a save. So we have a good rebound here. Now, so it's going to be F. So it's going to be the center. Inside +3. So Marcel Dion is a 6 +3 is a 9. So we're 9 shooting on 6. And he scores with a 5-10. So Marcel Dion scores here. And it's 1-0 for the Kings. Let's check on the assists. And it's going to be the 4th highest gets an assist. So I'm assuming it's going to be this guy here. But only, though, if he's great. If not, roll on the top to get an assist. So we're going to roll on the top. And the highest assist is going to be. So it's going to be Dion from Murphy. So Dion from Murphy. And just like that, we're going to pull out a new scoreboard. I'm trying to use like the little easy scoreboard way of doing things here. So 1-0 for the Kings. And now we need to change lines. So forward 1 stays out and D-man 1. Okay, so we'll just double shift these guys. I'm okay with that. Let's see who gets possession now. And we got a 2. And home gains possession. All right. So the Kings with the lead and the puck. Are they playing pass out? No, they're not. They're playing clear. Do I have 2 offensive 9 players. Yeah, I do. The whole first line's offensive 9. FD slot +6. So it's going to be Dion again. Slot is a 3 + 6 is 9. So I'm 9 shooting on 6. And that's going to be a save and no rebound. So it's going to be, so when it says no rebound, the defender controls, rotate the lines, and go to the next card. So I have 3 and 3 now. So we have 3 and 3. And I love how the line shifts work like this. Alrighty, so it's going to be Atlanta puck. Are they playing pass out? No, they're not. They're playing clear. 2 hitting 9+. 2 hitting 9+. No, and no, I do not. Okay. So let's see. They're playing clear and 2 hitting 9+, or 2 forwards hitting 7+. No, I do not. I only have the one. Vale's the only one, so I do not. So they move to the attack zone. The D is going to get an outside shot. So basically what happened is I went from a really good chance to an okay chance to an outside chance is kind of what happened if you're following along here. So the defense, the right D, is he 5+ on the shoot? No, he's not. Pat Quinn is not. So since he's not, where was I dealing the D's? So it's a turnover. So he turns it over, so he can't get the shot away, and he will turn it over. And I'm pretty sure on the turnover, let me just double check here. It just goes to the other team. If they don't pass the check, so I'm going to double check because this is what happens when I turn on the camera. I forget on the turnover. And yeah, the defender takes control, and then new round. Okay, all right. Yep. So it's gonna be so Pat Quinn cannot get the shot away because his shoot is a 2, and so it's gonna be King puck, and now it's gonna be 4 and 1 and 1. So 4 and 1, and then back to first line. So the Kings have the puck, and they're up 1-0 here in the first period. Are they playing clear? Okay, yeah. Unable to get anything started. They main control, but we rotate the lines and just get a new card. All right, so they can't get anything going, but they hang on to the puck. So now we have 3 and 2. 3 and 2. Kings still with the puck, and this is the last flip of the period. And they move in the attack zone. FD choice +4. So the right wing, choice +4. So Don Kozak, he's going to get a 16 shooting on 6. And he scores. So Kozak scores here to make it 2-0 for the Kings late in the period. And let's check for assists here. Highest and third highest. So Vic Vanaski and the highest and third highest. So we got to skip Williams. So Vanaski and Komorowski. So Vanaski and the Komodo Dragon will get the assist. So that will end the first period. I got to put up a 2 now, and it's 2-0 for the Kings. And that's how fast this game plays. It's really the highlight version. Remember when I had all those problems? I was getting ridiculously high scores. But this is it's growing on me now. Maybe I was playing it wrong. I don't know. I could have been playing it very wrong. This kind of. But for some reason, this game has really turned around, and I'm enjoying it. All right, so we're gonna go to the second period now. So I got to change my period here too, don't I? It's been a while since I used the scoreboard here. So we're in the second period. That's how fast the game moves. And I need 5 more cards. Again, I'm only going 5 cards in each period, so it's going to be a fast-moving game. So we're just going to pull out 5 cards. I just like to mix it up with any old card. All right, so here's my 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we're off and running. So let's see who's going to get the puck here. A 2, home gains possession. So the Kings have it. They have a 2-0 lead here in the second. Uh-oh. Penalty against the highest on the ice. Oh, and we need to move the line. So we get 2. and then 3 and 2. Okay, so let's see. The highest is probably going to be 9. No, the Komodo Dragon is a 10. Okay, penalty against the highest on the ice. If he's 6 plus, the opposition gets a power play. If they're tied, each team gets a power play. Okay, well, so they're not less than 6, so it's going to be a power play. So let's roll the 12 here. So the first unit. So Atlanta will go on a power play here. So I need to flip the card over here. And remember that Bouchard was good. And it was power play 1, if it matters here. All right, so let's look at the power play card here. And it says, let's see, if the power play has 2 pass assist 11s, and I got 3 actually. It's going to be the forward inside plus 10. So the right wing, is he a 6 plus? Yes. All right, so it's going to be inside plus 10 for Hilliard Graves. So he has a 5. So I am 5 plus 10. I'm 15, which is the maximum because you can only triple that. So 15 is the maximum. So we've reached the maximum. And it's 15 shooting on 5 on the power play. And, they're both in range. So that's a rebound. If the goalie rebound is 4 plus, he hangs on for a faceoff. So he is. So they got the shot on the net. However, Rogie Vachon hangs on, and we got a face-off. So we need to move the lines here. So I got 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and that is that. Okay, so let's move on here. So we got to see who's going to get possession here on the face-off. A 10 is high D rate, gains control. So we have a 10 and a 10. And an 11, and an 11. So Atlanta will get control. Trailing by a goal, so Atlanta with the puck. The D makes a breakaway pass to the forward, who's in all alone on the D12. And a 4. Goalie makes the save. It's a delayed penalty. It's a delayed penalty on the Kings. The high shooter, choice plus 5. So that's going to be Kurt Bennett. So he's going to be inside. So it's a 12. 12 shooting on 5. Score on the delayed penalty. Kurt Bennett will make it 2-1. So Kurt Bennett on the delayed call. So there's no penalty. Kurt Bennett will score. And we have a 7 for assists, the highest and the second highest. So Tom Lysiak and Hilliard Graves. So Bennett from Lysiak, who gets a lot of assists, and Graves. And it's 2-1. So a delayed penalty here. And we will not have to serve the penalty because we scored the goal. And just like that, the Flames are back in it here. Okay, so we've got forward 3 and D-men 3. And I love the tracks here. I really do. I keep saying that. I wonder how everybody else is doing out there today. Just want to make sure that we are online and looking good here. I usually check that, and I did not. Okay. All right, so we are. Okay, we're good, I think. All right, so we're back in the second period. So an early goal here by the Atlanta Flames has made it 2-1. Let's get our possession here. We have 18 high face-off wins tied a visitor. So we have a 4 and a 5. High face-off wins, so the Kings get it. Kings with the puck. Alrighty, so FDO check. Oh, so we're going FD for both. That's interesting. So the right D, is he create 8+? Is the right D? Probably not. No. And is the left wing puck movement 9? The left wing, he is actually. Eric Vale is puck movement 9. So the defense passes the check. So they gain control. And FD choice plus 5. So, left D though. So 2, 4, 6. The highest he can go is 6. So Mannery's going to try to tie the game here. Randy Mannery, the third line defenseman. who's been known to score. So he's got a 6 shooting on 5. No, both out of range. So that's going to be a rebound. Is the highest O rate 11? No. Else, it's going to be inside 4. So the 4 is going to inside. So the left wing inside plus 4. So it's going to be Vale. So he's going to be a 10 shooting on 7 because we add 2. 10 shooting on 7. And that's going to be a save. No rebound. And it's going to be controlled by the Kings. So they hang on. So we got forward 3 and 1. And D-men 2. And it's going to be King's puck. Here we go. Uh-oh. Penalty on the highest if it's 15 plus. If the highest on each team is 15 plus. No, it's not. It is not. We do have a 20 here, but he's not on the ice. If only one team has a 15, but if neither team has a 15, then penalty against the highest on the ice. Well, we got a 7 over here. And we have a 10, so Komodo picks up another penalty. Okay. If 15 plus, the power play has one chance for the first and one for the second. Oh, so that would be like a double minor. Otherwise, it's the first. Okay. So the Atlanta Flames go back on the power play here. Oh, boy. So the Flames on the power play with power play unit 1. Okay. Another chance for Atlanta. They can tie this up here on the power play. If the power play team has 2 create 8 plus, we have 5. They have it in the attack zone. FD choice plus 6. So it's going to be the center plus 6. Tom Lysiak, 12 shooting on 5 to tie the game. No! Both are out of range. It's an okay rebound. Uh-oh. Kings control. They catch him out of position. Choice, slot plus 5. Oh, boy, so now what I need to do is I don't have my King special team. I don't always flip the, in the highlight game, I don't always flip the special teams for both because I don't always need it. But, okay, so let's go to our special teams here. And choice, slot plus 5. So, all right, Butch Goring's the man. Butch Goring. So he's a slot plus 5. So it's a shorthanded bid. So it's going to be a 10. Shooting on 6 it was. 10 shooting on 6. Save. Rebound. Oh, second rebound. Oh, shorthanded team gains control. New lines. All right, so the shot is a save, but because it's a second rebound, they're just going to control the puck and we go back to a normal time. All right, so each team with a chance on that power play. And nobody could come through. So we continue on in a 2-1 game. This is a deciding game, by the way. Game 3. I used to like the 3-game series back in the day. All righty, so let's move. So we got forward 1 and D1. So we're going to be playing line 1 for both teams. And LA with the puck. And this will end the second period here. All right, so we have another check here. The forward O check and the defender D check. So the right wing is he forecheck 7. Yes, he is. And the D is the right D. Puck movement 8. Yes. Okay, so both teams pass. The team with the highest hitting gets control. The highest hitting. So we have a 9 and we have a 12. Okay. Oh, boy. So they both pass, but Atlanta takes the puck away because of the big hit by Ed Kia. And they move in the attack zone. FD choice plus 5. And also we add to the goalie. So it's going to be the left D. Oh, boy. Again, the left D. Mannery, who's been double shit. I had Mannery twice because what I do when the team only had 5 defensemen, I take the top line defenseman and drop them down. And I do that with all the teams. So that's just kind of how I do it. So the third line is a little buff because it has a first-line guy on it. But anyway, so it's going to be Mannery. So he's going to take an outside shot. So he's going to be a 6. That's as high as he can go. So 6 shooting on 7. Oh, man, it's in his range, but it's going to be a save. It's going to be a good rebound. So the forward, the center, inside +3. Lysiak on the rebound. And he's going to get a 9 shooting on 5. Saves. Second rebound. Puck goes out of play for faceoffs. Wow. Rogie Vachon standing tall. So after 2 periods, it's 2-1. Something tells me I was playing this game very wrong to be getting all those high scores I was getting in the highlight game, because I have not got these high scores anymore. So that could have been me. It very well could have been me screwing it up. I thought I was playing it correctly, and maybe it was just the dice rolled, but in my last 4 or 5 games, the scores have been very good. So we're going to the third period now, folks. And we got to draw 5 more cards, and it is 2-1 for LA. Marcel Dion and Don Kozak have the goals. Kurt Bennett for the Flames. And again, this is a do-or-die game for both teams. As David Cernaro comes by. Thanks for coming by. 3. And we'll go 4. And this guy wants to play 5. All right. So it's 5 cards here in the third period. So 2-1 game. This is more like it. All right. So we have forward 2 and D-man 1. Forward 2 and D-man 1. Okay. Let's get possession. 17. Low face-off wins. So we have a 7 and a 7. And on a tie goes to the home team. So it'll go to the Kings. So the Kings will start off with a puck. Superstar card. If any player on the ice has a pass or create rating of 20. No, not on these guys here. Yeah. Rich Lemieux has a pass assist. He's not on the ice, which is too bad. He has a pass assist of 27. I don't know how that happened with all zeros here. So he must have just been a setup man. Hopefully I didn't screw anything up on that card. Need a team, okay. Need a team generating the offense. Kings will maintain control. New lines, new card. Okay, so that's a superstar card. I do like that, but nothing was going to happen. So 1 and 3 and 2. So 1 and 3 and 2. Kings puck. Are they playing pass out? No, they're playing clear. If the defender has 2D rated 11, I do actually. I have Kurt Bennett and I have this guy here, and it doesn't say defense; it says the defender. So that would take it. That's all 5. So they do. They steal the pass, move in the attack zone, forward inside +8. So the left wing inside +8. So that's a 15. Oh boy, that's a big steal by the Flames. 15 shooting on 5. Can Vachon come up with it again? No, he can't. He scores. Kurt Bennett. All right. Yep, the left wing. Kurt Bennett ties the game at 2-2, his second of the night. And assists here, highest in the third highest. So once again, it'll be Lysiak and Gibbs this time. So Lysiak and Gibbs, and we are tied at 2-2. Oh boy, we might have some overtime coming up here. So let me get my 2 out here. It is 2-2. So the Flames with a steal have come back and tied this game. So, forward line 4, D-men 3. So we got the bottom of the barrel coming out now. As we're about halfway through this third period, it's 2-2. And this has been fun. I've enjoyed this little project here. This is just kind of a one-off series type of thing. But it was fun kind of getting the teams out here. Now I'm itching to play that 81, 82 conglomerate that we got going on. Because if I can play it in this game and I can play it really quick, that'd be kind of fun. Okay. Who's getting possession here in 18? High face-off wins, tied a visitor. So we have a 3 and a 6. So again, Dion is the one doing double duty over here, so he will get it. So the high face-off wins. Kings, who have coughed up a 2-0 lead, cough it up again. The visitor has control, moved in the attack zone. FD choice, but 5, +5. So the left wing, oh boy, so this is going to be Crystal, the fourth line guy. And he's going to be inside. So Crystal, the fourth line guy, 11 shooting on 5 out of range. They get control, though. FD choice +5, so the right wing's going to get a chance now. Ken Houston. So he's got a 10. 10 shooting on 5. Second rebound, save, and the Kings will take over. So the fourth line coming through. Almost giving them the lead. So we got 2 and 3 and 1. So 2 and 3 and line 1D. Kings with the puck. Only 2 cards to go here in a tie game. They will set up in the offensive end. They sucker the puck around. FD slot +5. So it goes back to the point. The right D slot +5, but he's a 1, so it can only triple that. So that'll be a 3. So Sheldon Geyser has a 3 shooting on 6. Oh, he got the 2. It's in range. It's going to be a good rebound, so it doesn't distinguish. So it's just going to be a rebound. Do the Kings have 2 forwards, 9+? No, they don't. Else, FD slot +4. So the center, Vic Vanaski, slot +4, so he has a 5. He's got a 9 shooting on 8 because we add 2. 9 shooting on 8. Save, second rebound. They get control in the neutral zone. So the Kings maintain control, but we change the lines up. So now we have 1 and 2. This is the last card before overtime. Imagine that. We got overtime coming up. 2-2 game. This has been fun. I'm enjoying the highlight hockey. I know I had played the full version, and I do like that. But the highlight game, it is really fun. It's like I say, it's like appetizers. It's a little taste. It's just a little taste of the full game. But I think it's enough of it. All right, are they playing pass in? Yes. Defender makes a nice play to take control, and it's an odd man rush. Oh man, last minute of the game, odd man rush. So it's going to be forward, inside, +12. But if the D is rated 11+, and, well, you know something? We don't even have to check. We don't have to figure out the track because they're not 11+. All righty, so odd man rush. So the forward, so it's going to be the right wing. Hilliard Graves with a steal, odd man rush, inside +12. And we do not have an 11 defense. So he's going to be the max of 18. I heard the max you can be is 18. So here it is for the game and for the series. 18 shooting on 5. Can Rogie Vachon make this save, or are the Flames going to walk away? And he does make the save. They're both in range. And it's going to bounce back to the left D, slot +3. So it's going to be Barry Gibbs, who's got an assist. And he's got a 5. 2 and 3 is a 5. 5 shooting on 5 for the game. No, second rebound. Kings get it, and that will end regulation. We are tied at 2-2. I'm so glad I got this season. I am enjoying this. Oh, I put a 1 in here by mistake. I am enjoying this season, by the way. All right, so I need to take that out. And I need to come over here. And I need to find my 4s. I have all my stuff in little Ziploc baggies so I can find the numbers faster, if that makes sense. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the video this afternoon. Vinny and Joe Cards and Phil and Ray, and I think it was Tom was out there. There's a whole bunch of guys out there. Oh, and Ryan, they were all out there at Vinny's house hanging out. So Hope you enjoyed that video today. We talked to them for about an hour. We should have stayed for the food. That would have been great. But they chatted with us, and it's good to see those guys hanging out. I wish I could have been there. I will get down there at some point. All right, so we're in overtime. So I'm gonna start with my top guys, as I like to do. And to be fair, I'm gonna roll the track a second time. So I'm gonna go 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3. So that way there I can just be fair. And yeah, that was a fun stream talking to those guys. It was all great guys. We met almost all of them in Connecticut at Digital to DiceCon, and we've just kind of kept in touch since. It's been a great time. All right, so I'm going line 1 and line 1 to start the overtime. Here it is. It is sudden death overtime. So I'm not even gonna worry about how many cards. I guess I could, figure it out if I wanted to go how many overtimes we went. So I'll just go 6. If I go more than 6 cards, we're in the second overtime. Just to give it a little drama. But here we go. All right, so let me just shuffle these up here. We'll get possession, and here it is. So game 3, neither home team has won at home, or neither team has won at home, I should say. So here it is. Overtime. Los Angeles and Atlanta. Here we go. Let's get possession. 19. Home center tossed out. 13. The visitor gains possession. All important possession in overtime. Atlanta with the puck. All right, so we got a check here. So we have the forward O check and the defender D check. So we have the center. Is he takeaway 9? Yes, he is. Is the left D 8? Yes, he is. So if both teams pass the test, the teams with the highest hitting gets control. Oh, we already said that this was over here with Kia, right? Yeah, he's got the 12. Atlanta has the puck thanks to Ed Kia. And that's where this game's kind of fun, where the defensemen come into play and help you out. All right, so they move in the attack zone. FD choice +5, so it's going to be the right wing. Hilliard Graves for the win. So he's going to be 12. We add 2. 12 shooting on 7. Hilliard Graves. No save. No rebound. It goes out of play. We got a face-off. Ooh, boy. So the Flames with the first chance. I'm just going to do a little check here to say that they had a chance and they didn't score. All right, so visitor 3, H2. And D-man 1 will stay out there. Let's see who gets possession off this face-off. High takeaway gains possession. So we have 6s and 7s. We have a 9 and an 8, and we have a 10. So Bob Murdoch. So the Kings with it now. Here's a chance for them to put the series away. And Sean's watching a couple different games. That's kind of neat. And so are they playing pass out? No, they're playing clear. Do they have 2 0-rate 9+? Yes, I do. FD slot +6. So it's going to be it's the right D. Sheldon Kenexier. So he's going to get slot +6, but he can only triple that, so he's a 3. So I'm a 3 shooting on a 6 for the win from the point. No, way out of range. And it's going to be a rebound. If the defender high D-man is 12+, yes, he is. He clears the rebound, and we're going to get a face-off. So this overtime's been kind of a nail-biter. Oh, they're saying line 4 and line 2. Wow, both teams going line 4. That's kind of cool, actually. Scott comes by. Hi, Scott. Good to see you again. We're in overtime. This is the opening round game of the Kings and the Flames, and this has been a fun one. All right, let's see who gets possession here. 3. Visitor gains possession. So here it is. The Flames with possession. Are they playing pass out? No, they're playing clear. Do I have 2 hitting +9? I have 1. Yes, they're both on. So I have 3. They moved in the attack zone. FD choice +6. The left wing. Dave Christel. The fourth line guy could win it. So we have a 6, and a 6 is a 12. 12 shooting on 5. Dave Christo. No. That's a save by Vachon. Some of these high numbers I'm getting on the shots have been crazy. Puck possession, gets the rebound, forward, inside +5. The right wing, is he 8+? No, Ken Houston is not 8+. So it's going to be the second rebound, and it's going to be cleared away, and there's still no score here in overtime. Wowzers. This has been intense. This has been really fun. So we're going to go back to forward 1 and D1. So we get the good guys out here for each team. And here we go, possession check. So we played about 10 minutes of the overtime period. Still no score. Is anybody going to decide this game? 5, low face-off wins. So it's going to be the Flames or the Puck. I don't even know who I want to win here, really. I'll probably continue the playoffs at some point with 75-76. Oh, there's fireworks outside, heard my dog barking. Yeah, the little dog, the Chihuahua, she barks at the fireworks. All the other dogs over my life would hide from him, but she's the only one we have left. So, all right, so the Flames with the puck. They're playing clear. They're unable to get anything going. They'll maintain control, but we have to change the lines. So now we get forward 3 and then 2 and 1. Forward 3, 2 and 1. Okay. So they'll maintain possession of the puck. Right? And so Atlanta with the puck now. They're moving the attack zone. FD choice but 4. And it's going to be the center. Guy Chouinard. Oh, he's a 0, though. Is he really 0? Is Guy Chouinard really 0? Hang on one second. Let me just check something here. I just want to make sure that all I did is cut and paste. So, Guy Chouinard. Yeah, he's all 0s. And the same with Rich Lemieux. I just wanted to make sure before I rolled for anything here. So, yes, they're both 0, if you can believe it. All right, so it's going to be the FD was the center. So, Guy Chouinard. Now, if you have 0... Now, here's another question here. If you have 0, and you can only go 3 times as high, so I take it is 0, 0? Yeah, how would I do that? How would if I add 4 to 0, I'd be 3 times 0 is 0. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give him 1. I'm going to give him a 1, and I'm going to find out about that. So where's my phone? So here's the other thing here. Here's my other thing. So let's get the photograph here, and I'll ask Grant that as well. So if you have 0 shooting, does that mean it probably means 0? I'm going to give him a 1. I'm going to give him a 1, okay? And so I'm going to give him a 1 shooting on 5, and so it's going to be no rebound, puck goes out of play, we'll get a face-off. Okay, I need to ask about that. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're down to the last couple of minutes of this first overtime. So V4H1. Oh, this is risky. This is risky. And V1H2. Okay. Can you plan on deck baseball? I haven't played that in a long time. So I can't play that right now because I'd have to relearn how to play that. It's been a long time since I played it. But I do plan on getting that back on the channel because I did like that. I haven't played it in a long time, but I do like it. And Scott says he finally cut out a few players for bank shot and might attempt to play it tonight. Any questions, Scott? Let me know. Any questions, let me know. Or Vinny. Although Vinny's tied up with all those buds today. But I enjoy that game. And like I say, if you get the chance, I know you bought the PDF, but try to pick up the print game or a print season. You will not be disappointed. I did that when I first bought Payoff Pitch. I got a ton of PDFs, and then I ordered one print season. I never went back to PDFs again, you know. All righty, so we got a face-off here. Yeah, I did some slow play on it, and But again, just send me a message. It might be the quicker way because I'm usually around on, near Facebook Messenger, and I could help out with that. All righty, so 7 on the possession. High face-off wins, tied to the high O rate. High face-off. So we got a 3 and a 6. So Kings with the puck. This is a 1 versus 4 matchup. I'm not sure I'm liking this. They're playing pass in. The pass is intercepted. Defender gets control, but they can't make a play. And so they survive. So line 4 will survive out here. So we got forward 3 and D-men 3. All right, so Atlanta. Oh, so that ends the first overtime, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'll be first overtime. So we're in period number 5 right now. What's funny, Scott, about the PDFs is this is PDF, this right here, and I like it because I have a pretty good laser printer, and when it's a team sheet, I don't mind the PDFs. Single players, I'm gonna get the printed stuff, unless I can do a better job with it. Sometimes the printed stuff is not that good, but that is not the case with this here. Most games, if you buy the stock print, is pretty good. But what I really like about this is I can manipulate this in Excel and create the team that I want to create. If I was locked in on this, then maybe I would. But still, when you print a team sheet, that's when I get PDFs, when I'm doing team sheets. If I got to print facts, if I got to print individual cards, that's when it gets tough. All righty, so here we go. So it's going to be forward 2 and D-men 1. I think I might have already changed lines, but that's okay. All right, so this is the start. Well, geez, I almost forgot here. I almost forgot. Yeah, the pre-printed doesn't come with a cut corner, although APA does. I wouldn't round Strat, that's for sure, because Strat and APA are kind of classics. I don't touch them, but payoff pitch again. If I look at my this is my payoff pitch here, and you see how the rounded corners, they look so good. See those rounded corners? They just look so good. They're just so good. They really are. So I don't mind rounding that kind of stuff there. I'm gonna pull out my Solitaire Pro Football, I think, and I'm gonna round the corners on the facts. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow and get excited for Canton. Hopefully I'm still going to Canton. I didn't like that there's a little bit of doubt on that. All right, 2-2. Overtime number 2. Let's see who gets the puck. 18. High face-off wins. So we have a 7 and a 7. Tie to the visitor. So the Flames get the puck. Flames with the puck. Penalty against. Oh, we got a penalty in double overtime against the second highest penalty rated player on the ice. So we have a 6 and we have a 5. Bill Clement, hands of cement with a 5. So we have a 6 and a 3. So it is Bill Clement picks up a penalty. Oh, boy. So let's go here. Now, here's an interesting situation. If the second highest was tied, both teams get a power play. So what would happen? Here's another picture I got to take. What would happen in sudden death? Because you're supposed to go visitors first. I would take you'd probably either roll or go home first, right? Or do what some games do. If one scores and the other one does it, that's the win. Or if they both score, they both don't score, then you continue on. I guess there's a couple different ways of doing that. But Clement picks up a penalty, and we're going to be playing first unit. So the Kings get a power play in overtime. And it's unit 1. I take it they're going to have the puck. All righty, here it is. 70s hockey. We got Bill Clement screaming from the penalty box. If the power play has 2 forwards, create 10. Yes, I do. Oh, jeebus, I have 2. But I do. It goes to FD, choice plus 10. So the right wing, Mike Murphy, choice plus 10. So I got a 16. 16 shooting on 6. On the power play, the Kings 16 shooting on 6. And they score! They score! Mike Murphy. Mike Murphy gets the goal here on the power play. And the Kings will advance. That's a power play goal. And it's a 3-2 final. On the assists on the power play, the 4th highest. If not, then we roll at the top. So if it matters, it's going to be the highest assist actually. So that is that. Marcel Dion will get the assist on the Murphy goal, and the Kings will advance in double overtime on the power play. They win 3-2. That, I got to say, was pretty darn sweet. I got to say that, yeah, this has been great. I'm enjoying the highlight game because I can play it kind of quick, and if I want to play full, I can play full. So that is that. Hope you enjoyed this one here. So, again, the final score, it's Atlanta 2 and the Kings 3. Power play goal by Mike Murphy in the overtime period. Oh, I got to do the 3 stars of the game. Yeah, all right. Well, on my new score sheet, which I didn't use, but I will be using it when I do my co-op project. Here's my new score sheet, if you will. And so I just got the teams at the top. I have my 3 stars, shots on net. I got my goalies. And I stacked the scoring because I need a wide area to write. When I cut the page in half and I try to do goals and assists, it's too thin. So now I'm using, 2/3 of the page now, so I should be able to make this nice and neat. All right, so the 3 stars of this game, if you guys want to take a look at it here, it's going to be, obviously, we've got to go Mike Murphy, as he scored the game winner. He also assisted on another goal, so he's got 1 goal and 1 assist. Marcel Dion, he has a goal and assisted on the game winner. And I'm thinking we got to go Kurt Bennett, number 3 star. He had both goals for the Flames. And I always give usually a 3rd star to the losing team. So that is that. So Murphy, Dion, and Kurt Bennett, congrats to the Kings for advancing. And congrats to the Atlanta Flames for a heck of a series. But finally we had a home team win here in this series here. So Mike Murphy also coached the Kings. Oh, I did not know that. See, but that's why you are here. That's why you are here. So that's a look at highlight hockey. I'm starting to dig this. I really am. It's like I say, I've been playing 50 minutes, but I've been chatting with you guys and going over some things, and we had a double overtime. This is really a 20 to 25 minute game if I'm playing by myself. Is what I kind of look at here, and very, very fun to play. Very fun to play. Easy, fun, the whole bit. And so I'm going to clean this up. I think what I'm going to do, actually, is I'll come back to Studio B real quick and say hi to everyone. I think what I'm going to do tonight is go to my Excel file and maybe grab a couple of those 1981 games and try to manipulate some lineups and play a couple of games. I might do that. Might have some fun with that. That loss may drive the Flames to Calgary, says Alan. Yeah, it just might. Yeah, in a few years they would head out. But that was fun. That was fun. I'm really, as you can tell, I'm really enjoying this. I've been so lucky this year to find so many great games. Ran into the matchup football from ST, bank shot basketball from Joe, Pursue the Pennant. I was playing a little bit of that on the PC, and I got to get Mike back on to play the baseball game on the tabletop, so I need to do some of that stuff there. So we need to do all that and have some fun with it. But anyway, there's a whole bunch of it. I'm looking around these. I'm going to get season ticket football and baseball back, payoff pitch. All these games, I have them right here to my left so I can get right at them. And then I want to play some longer versions of that 81, 82 with Apper and also Hockey Bones. And I don't know if I have it in Hockey Blast or not, but I like to kind of bounce around with different games. But I do have it here in the 49 hockey, so I'm going to print out some rosters. That's what I might do here later on tonight. So maybe we'll see you guys tomorrow we'll see how it goes. But again, thank you for coming by. Hope you enjoyed this one. Very fun game. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this game, but I really, really do like it. And I was talking to Joe Cards today online down at Vinny's place, and it's funny how this game just kind of shot up to the top of our hockey games, and it's just kind of funny how that happens. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.